Think of Yellowstone, and most people think of geysers. Over 3 million people come to Yellowstone National Park each year. They want to see the park's geysers, hot springs, and boiling mud. But many don't know that all this heat is coming from a volcano. It could be the largest volcano on Earth, a volcano that lies directly beneath their feet. The Yellowstone supervolcano is hot enough to give heat to 10,000 hot water features that have been active for hundreds and thousands of years. It's a volcano that produces thousands of small earthquakes in the park each year. A volcano that has had extremely powerful eruptions in the past. A volcano that could change our world forever. The Yellowstone volcano is one of our planet's restless supervolcanoes. For scientists, the question is not whether it will erupt again, but when. Recently, park rangers noticed that temperatures of the ground were rising in some places. Geysers that had been quiet before suddenly came to life. Others went dry because they had boiled all their water. Denise Herman, a park ranger, was walking along a trail when she noticed that the area was heating up. The trees were giving off a smell like maple syrup. In fact, the heat was cooking the sap in the trees. She measured the temperature in the ground, just a few centimeters below the surface. The temperature of the earth was more than 90 degrees Celsius. The park rangers decided to close the trail. With this heat in the ground, people might get burned. The rangers reported these facts to Hank Hessler, Yellowstone's park geologist. He set up equipment to monitor the ground temperatures and to study the changes.
There are 3 indicators we look at for an imminent volcanic eruption in Yellowstone. The first is increased earthquakes in one particular area. The second is increased ground deformation, the ground rising on the order of feet to perhaps yards in one particular area. And then also changes in thermal activity, geyser basins becoming hotter and producing more gas.
At Yellowstone, all of those things are happening all of the time. We know, though, that this sort of thing at Yellowstone has been going on for thousands of years. But it doesn't always mean, or in fact, it almost never means that we get an eruption here. So we get all of this geological activity that in some places might mean an eruption was coming. And at Yellowstone, it just means that's the way the place works.
But Yellowstone still has some surprises. Several years ago, researchers who were mapping the floor of Yellowstone Lake found stunning things underwater. Large hot springs, earthquake faults, and an underwater dome 100 feet tall and almost half a mile long. The media became interested in these discoveries and reported about them. The increased activity in the geyser basins worried some park visitors, and they wondered if they were safe visiting Yellowstone Park. But with such a large volcano underneath Yellowstone, scientists have learned to expect surprises. The volcanic activity continued for several weeks. Then, as suddenly as it began, it disappeared. For now, Yellowstone's volcano sleeps in peace. In relative peace.
Yellowstone is truly a magical place, and that magic is rooted in the Yellowstone volcano. We have a very good volcano monitoring system in Yellowstone, and we'll know if the volcano and when the volcano starts to become excited. So until that time, Yellowstone is a great place to come and visit and experience the beauty of the volcano directly.
One day, Yellowstone's giant volcano will wake up again. It will change Yellowstone as we know it. But in the meantime, and for generations to come, this giant will be a creative force, not a destructive one. The Yellowstone volcano gives life to the geysers, the hot springs, the mud pots, It heats up the wonders that have amazed many generations and will thrill many more. And it is alive right now, right beneath our feet.